Imagine if I just... whoa, where's that echo coming from? Oh my god. Stop! Stop! What the hell? Was there overlapping music the whole time? I couldn't hear it. I almost just ended the stream instead of unmuting my microphone is what I meant to say. Hello! I didn't hear an overlap either until I started speaking and then I heard myself. So I'm like, wow, the delay must be that good. Snail House hours. I love Snail's House. Look at these little guys. Snail's House was so. I'd listen to them all the way on the way home from school. Look at my little guys. Oh, just sitting there all on their own. You don't need to be there. You don't need to be there, buddy. There we go. Okay. How's my mic? Hello, Chris. Thank you for checking my multi-stream is working. It's really funny. It really shouldn't be working because I set it to unlist it. I was like, okay, it's my first try. I want to make sure that I can check it to see how it comes out, but I don't want other people to see it. So it's supposed to be unlisted. So it's supposed to be private to YouTube. YouTube's not supposed to know I'm here. Well, YouTube is, but anyone who might show up on there. Hi, boy. Hi, Decent. Hi, Chris. How are you guys doing? Rubbing my hands together. I'm so excited to continue this little project, man. Let me just delegate my screen a little better. I think it'll be cute if I replace these as we finish them up. And we're a lot further in the process, but like we have a lot of coloring to do, so we're gonna start off with that, I think. We'll start off with coloring. Let me just adjust this messy. Oh, they all came out of the woodworks. Hold on, get out of here. Stop it. There we go. Good. I missed my wife tails. Aww. Decent is also on YouTube chat. Hi, Decent, come back. Come back to Twitch. Twitch is the main place I want to stream. I'm just seeing if I can get more viewers this way. I'm good. Yay! Come over here. You two. They're running back and forth between my streams. It's really cute, but it's really... Yeah, no, I've been bugged. It's been bugging me that like all the numbers from Twitch are useless. Like if I want to learn anything from numbers, it's all busted. Cause they've put out a bunch of changes that make it so that bot views aren't counted. I don't have any bots, but I do have people who open my stream up and then go like file their taxes or whatever. And apparently clicking off of the window is enough for Twitch to go, oh yeah, you don't got that view. And numbers are not important to me, but I would like to be able to like get some kind of analytics. I'm an analyzer. I'm a number analyzer. That's just my thing. So it's been bothering me lately, so I'm just seeing if I can get anything on YouTube. I have like 700 followers from doing YouTube shorts over there. So I was just curious. Hi, Alec! As a number myself, I never trust numbers. It's so fair. Yeah, the unreliable, like, it was always kind of bad, but it's never been this bad. Like, it's just never been this bad. How are you doing, Alec? Poy's already said he misses his wife, just so that you feel appreciated. God, when we were all playing Dokapon, and Poi was like, I want to kiss the princess, and we used that as leverage against him. That was kind of really funny. I'm so excited to play more Dokapon. I miss my hubby. I love hubby. When I was a kid, I thought that hubby was like the weirdest thing you could call anything ever. Hubby as like a shortened down husband. But now I'm older, I'm just like, no, it's silly. It's really silly. It's how it's meant to be. Hello! Hello, Ariaraddle! Who is Chris marrying? Oh my goodness. What is going on? I've been live for like 10 seconds. And my husband is marrying everybody, apparently. Everyone, clearly. You're not allowed to play any more Uma Musume. Do you marry people in that? People were posting some gay shit in the Discord from Uma Musume. It piques my interest. Makes me wonder if more of that game is about marrying the horses to each other than to the player, which is quite interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Yeah, see, it's not Chris anymore, it's me. I'm saying no more Uma Musume on the Chris42 channel. I was talking about making something for my YouTube because it's been a while since I made anything for my YouTube, and Poi comments, I would love some insight on how you choose your colors. And I'm still sitting here like, girl, I don't even know, I don't know what a color is. I don't know how I pick my colors. I look at like a, I don't know, like a jelly baby or something, and I'm like, oh, these colors are nice, and then I just apply them to everything. I love looking at random photos and then just applying that shit. Super serious Animon's visible on the visible spectrum. Yeah, it's so true. Science video. Yeah, guys, I'm becoming a science streamer today and onwards. Dude, I don't know the first thing about science. I have been feeling like a mad scientist recently because of my garden. Because of my garden. I've been drying out coffee grounds for like a specific amount of time so I can lay them over the soil to fertilize it and raise its acidity. And then I've also been drying out and collecting eggshells to increase the calcium in the soil and also bring nutrients to the plants that I'm planting, and also every single thing that I've chopped up, and anything that's left over from it, I dice it and I basically turn it into shreds, and then I mix that in deep into the soil. And so I felt like a mad scientist, basically. Shading is hard. Shading is as hard as you make it. You can simplify it. You can simplify it so much. Like the shading on these little guys, I just have a really hard brush with like a pixel edge, and I just go with it. The simplest things that describe the shapes. That's what you're going for. Did anything fun happen to any of you guys since my last stream? I skipped last Thursday. I'm trying not to skip, but sometimes it's hard to like pull me away from my current task. And it's like, I guess I'm an artist. I could just stream it all. But I want to keep some of my stuff secret until like I can post it properly. So it's not like I can stream every single thing I draw, which is tough. I wish one day I'll be a commission artist. I'll just get to stream every time I'm working on commissions. That'll be awesome. I miss being a commission artist. Oh yeah, the fire alarm! I'm so sorry, you guys. I went to a zoo yesterday. I went to... The parts of the zoo that I went to are named after, like, Asia, North America, South America. So I walked past a sign that said I'm going to, like, Asia and stuff like that, and I couldn't stop laughing about it. Like, oh, I'm on my way to Asia, guys. I'm gonna send this image of me next to the North America sign to my North America friends. There was this woman, oh my god, there was this woman. She put her 2 little girls up on this rock that was part of the, okay, hold on. I need to illustrate. Ah! What have I done? Okay, so there's otters. There's these otters. This is my artistic rendition of an otter. And this is their enclosure, right? There's 3 of them. Here's the 3 otters. Anyway, the enclosure, very important part of the enclosure is that it is made out of glass. These glass panels everywhere. You can see right through them. They're glass panels. And then there's a rock that's like part of the enclosure that, like, you know, there's a rock here and it's covered in moss. And this fucking mom, has her 2 little girls just sitting up here, like leaning over the edge, looking over the edge, just sitting here, and I'm just like, what the hell, man? And PvP mode was on, so I don't speak Danish, so I would feel really rude going up to this woman and asking her if she spoke English before I tore her a new one. So I'm just kind of stood there giving the most daggers in my fucking life, and then I turned to Chris and I go, you know what the otters are saying? They're saying, oh, isn't it incredible that our enclosure is made out of transparent glass panels that you can look through? And I was just saying the most passive aggressive shit until the mom moved away. And I was just like, how are you this stupid, man? Because the kids, they were leaning over the edge. They were throwing moss in. Oh my god. Absolutely not. Nuh-uh. So I was like, I was just straight up PvP on, shit, man. While I was on the safari at the zoo, there was a kid that was like had half of its body out of the window of like the Land Rover, and almost like it looked like it was gonna fall out. And then the kid lost balance, and of course the kid didn't lose balance in the direction of the fucking window, lost balance in the direction of my hair and tugged it so hard I felt it all over the back of my head. And I was just like, come on, man, get your kid to sit down. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna like super chill, just put it into my coat so no one else can tug on my hair for the rest of this fucking safari. Man, zoos need a rebrand. This was what I was thinking about the whole time. Zoos need a rebrand. I'm so tired of people pretending that zoos are for children. Adults deserve to look at animals without being in the radius of 5 screaming babies and their exhausted parents. Like, don't get me wrong, all the sympathy in the world to the parents, right? All the sympathy in the world to the parents. But if the kid would rather be watching Bluey on the iPad in the cafeteria, and the mom is exhausted from pulling around their kid who'd rather be watching Bluey in the cafeteria, who's having fun? Who's having fun? So what? So what's the point? That's how I feel. I think the kids are entitled to education about animals, but like if they're not interested, then why are we forcing them? Come on. You know. I had that rant in me. Like, who is this for, you know? Like, I am a lover of aquariums. I will go... I love looking at fish. Fish are so cool. I don't remember ever wanting to look at fish before I developed my, like, frontal lobe. I don't think as a child I ever went, oh, I love fish. That's something I decided later in life. When you go over islands, you should go to the botanical gardens. Ooh, I love looking at stuff. I love looking at things. I just name a single child who enjoys looking at things. Like, they really should, but it's like they just don't. They just don't get it, man. Why do parents even travel with their kids at all? They don't get it. We're making good progress. And I spent most of that ranting. Oh, geez. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh. But I can move these two over. Barely explored any of it. There's still so much to see. That's good. That's good. I took Elle to the Industrial Museum here, and we totally what's the word? We didn't realize how huge it was until we'd only made it like 2/3 of a way through and they were closing. And I was like, oh shit. That's awesome. So many places to take you guys when you visit us too. It's really good here. There's some beautiful things to see. Hee hee hee, this is so cute. What is this whole drawing thing for? So shimeji is a desktop pet. I don't know how to, Poi knows how to spell it. Poi, can I trouble you with spelling this word for me? Cause I don't know how to spell it. Shimeji, you know, the fucking application this going to. If you can put that in chat for, yeah, thank you. So that's the program that this is for. And it's a little creature that like comes up on your screen and like wanders around and like duplicates itself and just kind of hangs out. And I just kind of felt like making one because it pushes me to do a cute little bit of animation, and it's just fun, you know. She's a cute character, so it's like if anybody wants her, I can just put her up and people can just download her and put her in their computer with, like, I don't know, Nagito Komaeda, who the fuck do people, like, Hatsune Miku? Yeah, no, look at this animation in the bottom. Hold on. This animation in the bottom, he literally commits mitosis. He literally splits in two. It's so cute. Yummy bite-sized. Yeah! Hi, Egg! How are you doing? Welcome in. We're drawing my little character over and over and ranting about children in zoos. How are you doing? Or at least I'm ranting about children in zoos. All of my chat are whimsy pilled and would rather talk about anything else than how much they hate children. Sorry. I fucking hate children. That's the energy. Zoos are the correct place. Shut up. How does sunfish mitosis with the little cones? You know, I've got an idea. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to fit this. But like imagine if she like, hold on. Just imagine that this looks good. If she pulls off a cone. And then no, there's gonna be no room to figure this out. But imagine if it just grew out of there. That would be awesome. You have like 2 friends. No, there's 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 frames for mitosis. We can count to 5, and then we stop at 5. Because if we go any further, I'll make a joke. Yes, you can do anything with 5 frames. The problem is the size of the frame, because obviously my character already takes up most of the frame. That's the main problem when I say limitations. Because it's like my character already takes up the entire frame. They're just so mippy. What does mippy mean? I'm not offended. I just have a tendency to sound offended. What the fuck does mippy mean? You say so many words, egg. You say sneetly. I don't know what that means either. Oh, you know, mippy. Mippy! Aw, what an itty bitty cutie mippy! Yeah, no, I get that, Using sounds is always a good approach. I guess that's like Kiki and Boba. Kiki and Booba. Booba. Do 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 do. I love saying shit. You say so many words, Egg. It's awesome. Name a better dynamic than guy who says things and guy who listens and smiles. Boba's delivery service. I actually have that exact thought whenever Kiki and Boba come up. I'm like, oh, I guess that's the sequel no one saw. Dorayaki. What's dorayaki? Hey chat, define words for me for the entire stream, please. I'm very sorry. That sounds sad, is what I can extrapolate from this information, boy. It sounds like you were quite skilled to have ended up in a situation where your dorayaki has in fact melted, boy. The filling has gooped. What did you do to this poor thing, boy? Oh yeah, Chris mentioned us having dorayaki sometime, but I have no idea what it is. Milk-based custard thing. I see. Well, I hope that you're able to enjoy it in its current state. Maybe you can fridge it, and then maybe if you fridge it, it'll like become one again? I'm gonna eat dinner. Enjoy dinner! Have a good one! Thank you for popping in. It's always nice to see people. Oh, jeez. Come back. Good progress. I never thought I'd be one for bean paste, but the bean paste is yummy. I'm just gonna drink the filling and eat the 2 pancakes. Oh! I have an image. I have the image in my head. I understand now. That's crazy how that can just like happen. Whoa. I love pancakes. I've been eating so many pancakes lately. So yummy. I learned how to do the American ones good. I only ever knew how to make crepes, but I learned that it's just baking powder. The magic is in the baking powder. We had so many pancakes last week, right? They're so easy and they store really well. Like you can reheat them and it's just like, oh, they're just as good. Yeah, before recently, I've been like a mainly crepes unless a reason not to crepe, which normally there's no reason not to crepe, so I just crepe. But I don't know. I just had the urge to do the other way. Bacon pancakes for brekkie twice, yummy! Hello! Craving some crepes. What is your go-to filling for crepes? What do you put in there? Are you like a savory or a sweet? I only learned about savory pancakes when I was like 15. Before then, I was like religiously a granulated sugar and lemon girly in my crepes. And it's always the ones my mom would make me whenever it was pancake day. I grew up with the misunderstanding that pancakes were actually really hard to make because my mom hated, my mom would act like it was a huge to-do. And now that I'm like 24, I'm like, oh, it's just because it takes a lot of mixing and the poor woman had arthritis. So you know what, fair. But now I know that I can just make infinite pancakes without any trouble. Ice cream crepes. Oh, I had ice cream in a crepe at Easter. I remember they do stalls at Christmas, like kind of like a German market where they have like the wooden stalls and they're selling like food and stuff. They sell crepes and the guy is like you can ask for ice cream in it, and I did, but it reached a point where I just had to lift up the entire crepe and like chug the melted ice cream out of it like I just had a container of milk. Oh no! Cheap views? Oh, sounds like a deal to me. I haven't had a bot in my chat in ages. God damn. Well done, BMO, for beating Chris to it. Savory pancakes are kind of meh unless you get the ones with the Chinese food. I make like a creamy mushroom filling. I don't really know what people normally do with savory pancakes. I also like, what did I have? I had leftover, like American fluffy pancakes. I had leftovers of those, and I had leftover caramelized onions. So I heated up the the pancakes with the onions, and then I fried an egg and put it on top, and it was really yummy. I don't know. I don't know if savory fluffy pancakes are a thing anyone else does, but I was kind of sold. Whenever I think of savory pancakes, my brain always ends up thinking of having Doritos. Burritos, not Doritos. That's a fair jump. They're not that far from each other. I was talking to... okay, so I made really good progress on the first page of my comic today that I've been cooking for like a fucking year at this point. Jesus Christ, time flies, holy shit. The reason that I was able to do that today is because I posted like an interaction post that's like, if you like this post, I'll DM you. I ended up DMing an artist that I really like their work because they liked it. And I asked them about the comic that they're working on because it says in like their bio or whatever. And they were like, oh yeah, I'm having a hard time because like I want to make sure the character is perfect and I want to make sure that like my art style is fine. And I was straight up like, it's really easy to criticize your own art, but if you put something out, if you were to look at, so if someone else if you were to imagine you're someone else looking at your own work, I'm sure you'd be like impressed just to see it, and that it's good just to start. Cause like when you read into chapter 1 of a manga, it's so different to like the most recent chapter. Like fucking Rent-a-Girlfriend is like one of the prettiest manga ever when it comes to like slice of life shit, but and it was never ugly, but like its first chapter is so different and so much simpler. And then I'm just sitting here today and I'm like, okay, I tell them all that shit and I'm sitting on my own project. What a coward. Just fucking do it. So I just fucking did it. Whenever I think, I'm excited to see how the comic is shipping. Yeah, I'm so excited too. But it's like, it's so easy to be critical of your own work and then hold yourself back, but it's like, if someone else saw what you're working on and you put it out there, they'd probably be fucking impressed. Like, any effort you put into putting anything out there is fucking impressive. So I was like, well, I'm gonna impress myself right now. I don't care if it turns out shits. Mad respect and wishing you the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like it's about coming to terms with things not being the way you plan them to be, but still landing somewhere that's good for you. Cause it's like, there's this really resting bitch face, the girl with the Lilith, she's got like the 2 ponytails. And she ends up working at this maid cafe because she lost her job, and she's just got to kind of figure out how to maneuver this much more performative job path than her other one. I'm really excited to draw her interactions with like the other people working at the cafe and her various fans, because like, whenever I see anything about maid cafes, there's like an underlying idol element where it's like you usually have one that you like and they usually have some kind of online presence, blah 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 blah. It's like a lot to take on, and that really interests me. But it's just one of those fish out of water type things. I have to keep telling myself that, yeah, I mean, eventually, like, it's cause I told someone else, and then I was just like, you're a fucking coward if you think you can tell someone else that and then not follow your own advice. What the hell? But yeah, no, I've attempted to do manga style drawing and shit for so long, and I've never nailed it like I did today. My best line art is the line art where I stop thinking of it as line art, because I think of line art like an outline, but it's like that doesn't describe anything. My best line art is when I am just slapping shit down. Just the fact you're starting it already is huge. I got so many projects stuck in my mind. Yeah, it's hard. You know, the first thing I did today was I went, well, I gotta start something. And I opened, this is embarrassing. I pressed new and I started making a new folder for a new one-shot comic that I was gonna do before doing my actual Maid Complex comic, because I thought this was my training arc and I could just shit something out in a month. And then I was sitting here looking at this fucking empty page and I'm like, you're an idiot, man. You're fucking stupid. Work on the thing you've been thinking about for a year. Come on. So it is really easy to get distracted by some other thing you want to work on, but you gotta jostle the leash, right? you gotta be like, okay, let's get back on track. Cause like I was just staring at this blank page and going, who the fuck do you think you are, thinking you can come up with like an entire script for like some random thing straight to paper and be done? And this is gonna be you learning? What? Why can't you learn with the thing you're learning for? Come on. And so I did that instead. I learned with the thing I'm working on. Oh, jeez. Oh, you know, that's kind of cute. With the round eyes. I gotta start this, but now let me go back on the MMO and grind some numbers for dopamine. You know, you do you. Neko Arc! I literally have been thinking about that with this one, with these little drawings, cause she's got like cat energy. So I do keep thinking about Neko Arc, but I was like, I've never actually engaged with. Is that from a fighting game? See, I don't even know where it's from. So I'm like, I have no right referencing this when I literally don't know anything about it. But I'm glad someone said it. I'm glad someone said it. From the Fate series, somewhere, I think. Does the Fate series have a fighting game, or am I like literally insane with my whole like, it's from a fighting game, right? The Fate series has everything, man. There's still fans of Fate, which is crazy to me. Like, I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's old, and I'm like, wow, you go, girl. I love when people cherish like an old thing like that. Couple of fighting games. Yeah, Neko Arc is there as a joke character. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, I'm so informed. I'm so informed, guys. Ugh. Little obscure facts like that I have no reason to know, that just sit at the back of my mind, bring me a lot of joy. I just updated OBS and it crashed. That is promising. I hope that you managed to get it to work. Fate is like Kingdom Hearts if it was good. Oh my god, of course you're a Fate fan. No comment. It's BMO, so I'm pretty sure he's wrong. Be nice! Be nice, man. All he did was sit there. All he did was sit there. Come on. Oh, these are so cute all lined up. They're so cute all lined up. Aww. Now for this one. She's not having a good day. Yeah, nah. Well, now that I've wanted to draw a comic for like a year. Whenever I draw, it's like the whole point is to get good enough at drawing fast in a way that still looks nice, still looks like I drew it, and conveys as much character as possible. Like I've been like making my own VTuber models forever, and the one that I'm using right now is probably the least expressive model I've made. I always focused on making like low-key pretty sloppy rigs that just conveyed a feeling. And so I've always, even since I stopped doing so much live 2D, I've always tried to put that in my art. I feel like I learned a lot from focusing on stuff like that. And I think that'll help a lot when I get into comics more. Drawing fast means you sacrifice quality. I don't really fully agree with that myself. It really depends on what you view as quality. 'Cause to me, if my line art like crisscrosses over itself and there's a couple bits I haven't cleaned up, or there's like 2 pixels of color that's not fully colored in, to me that doesn't change the artwork at all. Like, the viewer's probably not gonna notice it's there, and viewer gets more cake. The cake just looks a little funny in the areas they're not even looking at. That's what I think about all the time. Because at the end of the day, if you're a social media artist, you are just putting art out for people to look at for free. I think that's something people gotta think about a little more. Cause like, you end up putting a ton of, like I fell for this trap. I was like, I'm gonna post really high quality shit every week. And then it's like, I made so much stuff, I forgot half of what I made, and none of it was useful for like making merch in the future or like my portfolio or anything. I still try my best though. I try my best to convey what I want to convey, but I always remember that what I'm making is free shit. And I try not to like get too crazy with like nitpicking and fixing. Cake. Exactly. That's what you should be saying. Like, you should totally question the output of larger companies, but when it comes to independent creatives who are just like putting their shit out there, it's like, oh man, that's my favorite anime girl from when I was 10 years old. A thumbs up. No need to draw every brick. They always say don't draw every brick, no matter how much time you're gonna spend on something. Drawing buildings is so hard. On that first page, there's a building at the top of it, and I spent probably half of the time. I spent 2 hours on that page of the lining, not of the sketching, just purely the line art. And honestly, I'm pretty fucking amazed that I managed to do all that in 2 hours. But most of it was on that fucking building at the top. I don't know what I was on. I'm not a building drawer. I want to get better. You gotta draw the stuff you don't want to draw to get better at it, but it's so hard. It's so difficult. I like bricks. Nah, yeah, I mean, it really is purely subjective on what you're drawing, what kind of artist you are, what you like to see, and what you think looks good. If drawing every single brick looks good to you, then it's great. Do it. That's why art is so difficult, because it's so dependent on who you are. If you just approach me and you go, how do I make my art better? What the fuck do you want me to say? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you love. I don't know. I don't know where what you do. Like, are you the kind of person who like sits underneath a tree and just listens to the winds? That's awesome. That'll make your art different to someone who likes to open their window because they live on a main road and the cars are kind of soothing to them because they've known it their whole life, you know? I'm just a little bonkers, really. This is so cute. Next is the climbing ones. Let me slip in a compliment and just say I like your art. Thank you. You're very sweet. I just like rambling. I find something I can ramble about, and I'll just go crazy. I'm not actually like grumpy or anything. I'm just vibing. I'm just saying shit. This little expression, man. Aww. I think your advice is very good. Yay! I think everybody should draw. I think quality doesn't matter. Everybody should draw, because everything you make is gonna be different from what anybody else would make. Like, you sit down and you're like, I want to draw a tree. That makes you very different from the guy who sits down and is like, I want to draw a fucking bed bug. I don't know. That guy's a weirdo. Everyone can draw. It's not that everyone can draw. Some people are shit at it, but like that's the fun. More people who are shit at drawing should make drawings, cause it's so cool. It's so cool to see how your brain works, man. Like sometimes you'll sit down with someone to do like some observational drawing, and they will just run into such a fundamental misunderstanding of what they're looking at, and then the only way that you can tell is from what they draw, and that's really interesting. More people should draw things wrong, because when you draw something wrong, there's something weird going on in your head, and I want to know about that. Everyone can draw something, yeah. That's the fun part. Like, man! The One Piece? No, not the One Piece. Not One Piece. What the fuck are you talking about? One Punch Man. The original, like, web comics of One Punch Man? I want more shit like that every single day. They're so weird. They're so silly. The shit drove me as a kid. I was like, if this guy's story is so compelling that people will look at this and find the charm in it and read the old story, then that's awesome. Setting up my OBS for vertical video is so wild. Does it let you do the thing that Twitch clips do where like you can like half screen it so you have your face at the bottom and then everything else at the top? Or is that just like a Twitch clips thing? Just like any, oh yeah, then you can totally just make it so live cause reaction at the bottom, lower third, and then the upper third is like the actual stuff. And then if the person clicks on it, they see it in the normal view, they see all of cause. They go, wow, that's a man. That's what I do. I click on the stream, I go, wow. Wow. That's a man. Wow. Nanaland teenage. Fuck off, man. Nanaland Kinney streamer. This talks like me. Am I wrong? No, you're right. You're right. I just feel called out and it hurt my feelings, and so I lashed out at you, boy, and now we're here. Oh. I did consider vertical streaming for ages, but couldn't find a way to keep the normal setup backed up so I could go back. You can, in OBS, you can export your layout. You can export your layout and then save that in a folder, and then you can import that when you're done tweaking everything. Two different scene collections. Yeah, I can only imagine that they've updated it now that people really love the short form. Like, I'm pretty sure most people stream both in vertical and horizontal now. That is my belief. I'm using it for recording the promo reel, I see. Oh my god! Oh, it came out of my nose. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh, that is some spicy tea. My god, sorry. My bad. It just came up. I don't know, it came out my nose. This is why I relate to sunfish. This is literally why. I tried to move as far away from my microphone as possible. Would you like some water? No, I'm okay. I just drank wrong because I have no sense of self-preservation. You have a drinking problem. Yeah, the problem is that I can't drink. I love this creature. Where'd my music go? Oh, there's my music. Sorry, my bad. Should have trusted. Should have trusted and that it would come back. These are very similar, so I just have to adjust. I just have to adjust where the arms are. I didn't do much creative stuff with this one. Perfume, yeah! This one is especially nostalgic to me. I love Snail's House. I found them through Pixel Galaxy because the Speedoru sausage guy, him animating that, and then me seeing it, it was like the first time that I saw animation that I was like, whoa, that looks like, that feels like something I could do. Like, I don't know how to word it. Because I didn't think it looked easy, but it looked closer to my art style than something, at the time, than something like anime. And I was like, wow, this in between? Wow! I watched it like every single day. I watched the music video for Pixel Galaxy like every single day and like pumped myself up because I thought the music video was so cool. I also found his like animation for Flash Drive and everything, and I was just like, oh. Wow, cinema. People animate things, that's so cool. Oh, oops, I need to color the lines. It truly was cinema. It was so cute and geeky and like just super chill, and it was like, oh man. Whenever I saw like that kind of collaboration going on, I was just like, wow. I hope one day I can do something. I hope one day I can do something with my drawing skills. And now I stream on Twitch. That's my lore. That's my VTuber lore. VTuber lore. I want to do thing, and now I stream on Twitch. You know, do you remember those VTubers who were like, I am a god of many generations, and now I stream on Twitch. You know those? That's what I'm referencing. I don't know if that's still like a thing people do. I've not been big in the indie VTuber scene aside from like my friends who happen to be in it. I feel like they're still very much out here there. I feel like it's because people treat VTubers like fursonas, which is peak, and they should do that. They yearn to be like a generational kitsune, war, samurai, bunny, dog, machine, android girl. The world yearns for it. And honestly, I really do respect it. I just think it's funny. Is your fursona a sunfish? I don't have a fursona. I mean, I do have a fursona, but I don't really have a fursona attached to my whole streaming thing. My old fursona was a red panda. I just like them. They're just kind of chilling out. At the zoo, actually at the zoo, there was like the signs advertising the zoo. And then the sign said the original panda underneath a red panda. And I could understand that in Danish. I couldn't understand the rest of the sign. So I was reading the part that said the original panda, and I was just like, what the fuck does that mean? Apparently right under that it said first panda to be discovered, like as an animal. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes way more sense. But I was just like, what? They have the original panda here? What does that mean? Have you ever seen this? I don't think you have. Hold on, I'll get picture. I mean, you probably have, but like, who remembers anything these days? Let me find it. Let me find it. Last person I sent the images to. Yeah, I'm searching in Discord because it's on my old drive. Image from Ani in DMs. Oh wow, that's so cool that red pandas were the first one. Has image, includes, wait, my god. From, why are the filters not working? Okay, whatever. Has image. Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go through all of them, but it's okay because I haven't sent this person many. Oh, yummy. Yummy food, yummy food. I love looking through old photos. None of you guys can see any of this. Where's my red panda? I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. Oh, pretty. Pretty images. Pretty images. I'm never gonna find anything ever in my life ever again. I don't think I'm capable. Oh, here, I found it. I found the images. This is my old persona. You can tell it's old because it's got my old name on it. You can tell because it's got my old name on it. Boo! Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Boo! The quart. Yeah, never forget. Wah! I like this one. This one's filled with energy. Can add red about it? Oh, sure. I also have other personas of my friends that I've drawn. This was that's not from my clipboard. I mean, that's from my clipboard, but there we go. This was the one I did for Poi. This was, and then I did one for Ambadev. Look at this one. This one's really cute. My old drawings had such energy to them. I was so happy. I was really happy. I have this drawing too. This drawing also showed up. Here's the scientifical diagram of my air vents across my body during the winter seasons. Here's Hatsune Miku as a pig from My Sims. You were happy about your thermos. Yeah, I was so happy about my thermos. Yeah, Hamsune Miku. Maybe I should repost this one. Should I repost this one? I think I should repost this one. Hold on. I'm gonna go put this on Blue Sky. Bear with me, guys. Hamsune Miku. There we go. Bye-bye Hamsune Miku. Bye-bye me with my thermos. Bye-bye me with my thermos. Goodbye Amba. Goodbye Cause. I was really happy with this dog's face, man. So cute. Goodbye me as a red panda. Goodbye me again as a red panda. Goodbye me as a red panda. Goodbye me as a red panda. Goodbye me as a red panda. Yay! We made it back! We made it back! Would you still be a red panda? Yeah. Purely just nostalgia at this point. Like, I put so many years into being a red panda in my head, what the fuck else am I supposed to be? This one's basically done. I forgot how goofy this one was. Hold on, we should add the new guys. Wait, what's this one? Oh, that. Oh, I forgot to color her legs. That's why we do this. I forgot to color her legs. I'm gonna record this wheel. Whoa, bye bye. I love those old emotes. They really, every time I see my old emotes, I'm just like, oh, I really haven't changed at all. Same as always. Hello, Flora May draws in the YouTube chat. I'm multi-streaming for the first time. If you have Twitch, you probably want to move over into the Twitch chat. That's where everybody is. It's in the description. But I'm working on a desktop pet. Big gremlin energy. My OC is sunfish. When I grow the powers to reveal my new model and celebrate it, my model is this character, but I want to celebrate it. I want to celebrate that I put all this energy into this model. So it'll probably be like in a week or something. I'll just have like a stream where we celebrate my new model and like just hang the fuck out. And then I'll just be streaming with this model instead. But until then, I'm just gonna awkwardly keep drawing my character. And everyone who doesn't know that it's the character that I'm gonna stream as eventually is just gonna be like, what is this creature's deal? Which is a failing on my part, honestly. I'm very excited to use the new model. Who is this sassy lost child? It's me. It's me. It's been me the whole time. Yeah, no, I have a full humanoid model that is like fully articulated. I rigged it and drew it myself, and I'm really happy with it. But she's a sunfish. Digital assistant, Frutiger arrow. Frutiger, I don't know how to say it, but fuck, I don't even know. You know the vibe of with like the old Windows Vista and stuff? That's the vibe. Computer assistant in your pewter. Munching on the floor. Isn't it cute? She's got not a single thought in her head. It's just the storytelling that she's fallen over and she's not even bothering to like get up. Like not a single like survival instinct has kicked in is really funny to me. My favorite color is a really difficult question because I really like purple and I really like red. And I've kind of cycled through so many favorite colors over the past few years. Oh my god, wait, hold on. You spelled favorite with a U. Are you British too? Are you another like me? Like me? Aw, not British. I don't know where else uses the U, actually. I'm gonna stop, like, trying to dox you. I'm gonna not investigate where else uses a U. Some European locations teach English with UK spelling. Ah, I never even thought about that. Why would you do that? Why would you bother? Sleepy! Sleepy, sleepy! So cute! This is me. This is me, this is me. Every single day. Ah, you grew up with American TV, but not with American English? That's the same as me. So I'm British. I don't sound particularly British. I don't particularly sound like I'm from anywhere. The British people would always ask me where my accent is from. So, and every single time I just have to be like, it's just the TV, dude. That's it. So I totally relate to growing up with like American TV shows. It's so funny because when I started getting friends that were like American, like from America, like I just met them online kind of thing. Whenever they would talk about certain things that I'd only seen on the TV, I could not help myself but just go, "Oh, it's just like from the cartoons." Which is really bad of me, I think. British can't identify British accent. For real. Hi, Tabby! Hello, Skibbity Sigma! Thank you, Tabby, for bringing this energy in with you. I always appreciate it. It's very important. Hello, my skibbity sigmas. What the fuck was it? We were playing Robotic Alchemic Drive, and the scientist was just like, "This is my Sigma initiative," and I was just like, I'm sure this sounded so cool, but to me it just sounds so funny right now. This is my Sigma initiative, and it's like he's just saying science words, but language, it's evolved. It is a good game. There we go. Yeah, less drawing from scratch today, more coloring what I laid out for myself in the past. Oh my god. I just realized that the Yippee is coming next. Yippee! Aw, it's so cute! Man, I hate backgrounds. It's so hard. Like, fuck, man. Hold on. This fucking house. Hold on, get out of here. This fucking house. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know how to draw a house. I'm just one guy. Just one guy and they expect me to draw a house? I just want to draw pretty ladies. Pretty ladies like Lilith, and you expect me to draw a house? I set this task for myself. I have no manager to be angry at. I am the director of this production. Even so, I don't want to finish this fucking house ever. I never want to finish this house. I hate backgrounds. House the movie? What the fuck is House the movie? You're just saying words, decent. You're trying to throw me off, I think. You'd never do that. I'm just saying nonsense. Guy from House. Yeah, House the TV show. Dr. House. My biggest mistake as someone who posts frequently online is being the kind of person to assume that everybody around me knows better than I do. Because realistically, I should have just been like, oh, you mean the TV show, but I just went, oh, you must mean like Monster House or something. Is it 3 floors tall? Yeah, it's a big building. It's a big building. I'm gonna stop after 2 hours today, but I'm gonna push myself to make it to 2 hours. I'm big EP. Big EP. Happy to just make progress. Yeah, so I'll go for half an hour more and bore you guys because I'll be like half commentating. But, sometimes doing the minimum is fine. Are there any of these where their mouth is open? No. This is the first one with open mouth, so I will just make it the same red as their eyes to minimize the color palette. This one, this drawing is making me think of Boss Baby. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This drawing is making me think of Boss Baby. As the guy who posted last Thursday, canceling stream, gonna watch Boss Baby, this is giving me Boss Baby vibes. Excuse me? You're excused, Luxtat. Well, I don't know what problems you might be having. Yeah, no, last week I put in the Discord on Thursday. I was like, okay, I'm delaying stream. And then when it was time for me to stream, I went, never mind guys, I'm gonna watch Boss Baby. And then, like, 2 hours later, I'm like, man, guys, Boss Baby 2 is really bad. But Boss Baby 1's great. Join the Discord for announcements such as these. Yeah, hi, Poi. Don't you love Boss Baby? Isn't Boss Baby your favorite film of 2015? Boss Baby rocks! Yeah! That's the energy! For all your Boss Baby updates, hell yeah! All the Boss Baby content's in there. When are we watching the show in the Discord? God damn. No. No. Boss Baby 2 was already too much for my old soul. The way that it massacred the classic that is the original Boss Baby. I don't think that my little heart could take anymore. I don't think I can do that. Watch party jump scare someday. So, yeah. It's like how the last thing that I did in my Discord server before I shut it down like 3 years ago was like watch the Sonic movie. That's like I think that's the last thing we did because everyone's names in that server were like jokes from the movie. And I will carry that with me forever. Oh, this is for the climbing upside down. I see. Hello, moths. Good evening, goobers. Good evening to you too, goober. You're just catching the end. We're gonna be leaving soon, but lots of progress has been made. Goober. Yeah, look at all this. We've colored so many little guys. Hold on. Colored so many of them. Look at how many there are. Look at how many. We're making good progress. It's really weird that my mouse cursor appears so small on stream because it's huge on my screen for my own sake. This is delightful. Yeah! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna look so good all together. I love treating my own art like a coloring book. I'm in a very good mood today because of the originally mentioned first page of comic book that I put out. Comic book. Wow. It's actually really hard for me to draw a comic that reads left to right because I'm so used to reading right to left. But since it's originally in English, I should do left to right. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's really funny how many of my habits are dictated by the fact that I've taken in so much Japanese media my whole life. Scooped it and let it outside. That's the best thing to do with moths. Otherwise they get evil. Like, it's a very bad mixture of like hallucinations and moths in your room at night and paranoia. That is a cocktail of things to not be combined. Because holy shit, I have scared the fuck out of myself because I've been laying in bed and I think there's someone in my room, but it's just a moth inside of like the lampshade like of my light. But I genuinely like, because I was just so untreated for any of the shit that was going on in my head. I was just like, oh, I'm dying now actually. Never ever been in your room. It's okay. You're only 7 moths. You're only accountable for 7 of all the moth population. I won't blame you. You don't know that for sure. I guess it is approximate. That is true. Oh my god. You're just trying to keep me on my toes. I don't see many bugs in Denmark. I think the houses are so insulated that they don't accidentally come in. I'm just saying, man. Just word of warning, stay clear of people with paranoid delusions and hallucinations. You might put yourself... you like... Oh, man. Genuinely, though, moths would scare the shit out of me when I was like that. Oh, I saw some bumblebees at the zoo. Like, just by chance. They were just there. How come... Hold on. Do I have this set up weird? No. There's something really weird with my face tracking where when I tilt my head to the right, it does the... It moves me closer to the camera. That's interesting. Bumblebee exhibit. There was no bumblebee exhibit. There were just bees. And that made me very happy because I haven't seen bees in a while. I'd like to get some plants that attract bees. Especially since my garden is pesticide free. If anybody uses pesticides, they are evil. So don't use pesticides. Because everything you put into the earth ends up in the ocean and ends up ruining some colony of bees because they bring that shit home without knowing that it's rancid, and then the whole hive gets killed off and it's all your fault. So don't use pesticides. Even if they say they're bee friendly, don't use pesticides. I will stand by this forever. I saw a lovely moth this afternoon. That's nice. If you're seeing the moths, then they're not in my bedroom. I'll send a pic in the Discord. Hell yeah. Oh, these are so funny. I think I also forgot to put the hair shine on like a few of them, so I might actually just run through just now and make sure they all have shine on them. That's a shiny baby? That's not a shiny baby. And shiny, shiny, shiny. No, 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 no. So cute! Ah, man. This one's not shiny. Oh, I forgot the highlight on a lot of these. Good thing it's such a simple one. There we go. Let me look at this. Let me look at this moth. Oh, hey, Lux is in the server! Yay! I hate to say this, but that's not a moth. That's a peacock butterfly. I think. I used to catch those. Yeah, I used to catch them. They're beautiful. I used to catch peacocks, red admirals, commas. Oh, red admirals were so rare. I loved seeing them. I think what Chris is meaning to say is all this talk of moth and you send a butterfly? I think that's what he's trying to say. But it's very pretty. I do like those. I'm kind of shocked you haven't seen one before because they're from my area, but that's the whole thing with areas. The wildlife is different, so I'm just shocked. For no good reason, just shocked. Oh man, sorry. Chris's messages. I'm very coherent. Awaga. First time I've been very close to him. Not been a very buggy boy. No, it's fair. As I said, your local ecosystem will vary, and you're from very far away from me, so it makes a lot of sense. Not everybody took net from their grandfather's garden, attached it to like a loop, and then attached that to like a pole from their grandfather's garden also. That's what I did. I was playing Animal Crossing in real life. It's kind of fucked up. But I was very careful when I caught them. You lived like a Japanese schoolboy in the 80s? Okay. I mean, I'll take that. Ani invented Pokemon. No, I just hung out. I just like bugs. I would like find a wasp or something, like a dead wasp. Whenever I found a dead bug body, I would like pull it apart and inspect all the little individual pieces. I didn't even have like a thing to look at it. Like I didn't have like a scope thing. Yeah, what, microscope? But I used to just like look at all the parts. Taking etymology classes this semester has been so fun! I'm so jealous! That's awesome! I want to learn more. I want to learn more about bugs. I've always done a lot to try to learn about biology on my own time. But it would be so nice to learn a little more. I adore taking photos of little critters. That's good. Go out into the world and tell people that they're evil for using pesticides for me, please. Thank you. More people need to remember pesticides are evil. Pesticides were my like, and like, You know how everybody brings like the anti-AI anger everywhere they go? Me too, by the way. I'm on that wagon. But even before anti-AI, anti-fucking pesticide. Like, from the perspective of a tool that is normalized for no good reason and just fucking sucks, pesticides, evil. Shout out how freaking cool ants and spiders are. Yeah. Oh man, I love seeing them used in like horror and stuff, like ants. Like the behavior that ants will like move all together when they think that like something bad is about to happen. Whenever I see that imagery in like a horror film, oh, slaps. Banger. Banger. Something's gone very wrong. I love that. 2 spiders in my bathroom over the past month, and I think I take pictures of them. They're my children. Yay! Every individual bee has their own favorite flower. Yeah! Yeah! We're all a bunch of bumblers deep down. Yeah, my favorite flower are pansies. They remind me of home. I didn't realize they reminded me of home until they did. And that's kind of cool. Oh, crocus flowers are so pretty. I actually only know what those look like in Stardew Valley. But I'm sure they're extremely beautiful in real life. I think that inside every person is someone who wants to learn nature better, and that's super reflected in how popular farming games are. And I think people should stop being cowards and start learning about nature from like books and shit. Cause like the interest is obviously there. One of my OCs is based off of meh. I love doing that with OCs. I mean, I'm drawing a sunfish girl right now because sunfish, they're like my muse. This is gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna head to bed. And by head to bed, I mean probably go hang out in a VC with some friends. I don't know. Anyone will have me, really. Sea bunny girl, I love when people base OCs off of like weird obscure sea creatures like that. Sea bunny is so ripe for so many cute things. I've seen a couple like sea bunny like VTubers. They're always so cute. There we go. I think that's it for today. I'm a professional turn little baby tiny thing into character enthusiast. Yeah. That's our progress today. Yay. You can see all of the ones I missed with the shine, but they're fixed in the main file and that's what matters. Yeah, progress. It's cool. It's really motivating to see it down. And I think we're getting through this quick. Woo, yeah. This is about 4 hours. Yeah, this is 3 hours and 50 minutes, although all of this took 3 hours 50 minutes so far. I gotta think about the sitting animations, and then it's like the rest is just carrying the window, sitting with legs kicking, whatever the hell this is. I don't know what this is. What are you doing? What is he doing? What does Kaito do? Kaito kicks thing. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know what this behavior is at all. Dangling. Jump animation. I'm talking about these two. Like, he doesn't look like he's jumping. He's just kind of standing there. He just kind of stands. And then the Kaito one has like 2 very different poses, which is interesting. Maybe it's just interacting with something it walks into. I adore the ones being swung around so much. Me too, man. I can't wait to put her into the software. I wonder, hold on. I just wonder how much of this, I don't know, it would be such a pain to export actually. Yeah, it's gonna take ages to export all the individual images one by one, else I would do like a, you know, run it as is and see how it goes. But nah, next time. She's so distressed, she is. Okay, thank you for tuning in everybody. It's been really nice. I'm always eternally grateful for the people who come and sit and hang out, and I hope that I make your evenings a little better. Bye bye!